Good afternoon and welcome to Teen Book Chat with Jessica. I'm Jessica, the teen coordinator at Thomasville Library, and today we are going to talk about a very popular book with teens, adults, everybody. We're going to be talking about The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. So the only reason why I'm doing this is because somebody requested me to do this. I told myself I would never read this book. Don't know why, I just never had a urge to read it. I really wasn't big on dystopians whenever I was younger, so I never watched the movie, never wanted to read the book. So as a teen coordinator, I kind of felt like, hey, probably should read this. Very glad I did because it's probably one of my favorite books now. So let's jump into The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. So this book takes place on Panem, which used to be North America. So North America was kind of ravaged by war, and now Panem is split into 12 colonies, or 12 districts. So it used to be 13, but something happened to the 13th district. There was war, they got rid of it, so now there's only 12. So ever since, the capital has a yearly competition to remind the other 12 districts how lucky they are to be blessed with what they have. And they name it the Hunger Games, where they choose 2 kids from each district, so a boy and a girl, and they are between the ages of 12 and 18, so they have a total of 24 participants. And it's basically a fight to the death. They don't know what they're going to be walking into. They don't know what kind of weapons they're going to have. They don't know what kind of training they're going to have, if they're even going to have food. So it's just kind of like a free-for-all. And the winner brings back glory for their district. So enter our main character, Katniss Everdeen. She is from District 12, which is one of the poorest districts in Panem. Katniss, basically she hunts for her family. So her family is very poor, and that's kind of the only way that she can bring like nourishment and money to her family, is to be able to hunt. And she hunts with her best friend, Gail. And they have a very strong friendship with each other. And so they decide to basically hunt together. On the day of the reaping, which is the day that they come to pick out the tributes for the games, Katniss basically goes home and she reassures her 12-year-old sister Primrose that everything's going to be okay. It's her first reaping and she's only got one chance to be called, so it's a very small chance that she will have her name picked. Well, Primrose gets picked. The odds are not in her favor. So Katniss kind of panics and she volunteers herself to go in. So she would have been safe, but she could not bear the thought of her 12-year-old sister going in to a game where she was basically going to get killed. So she volunteers herself. So Katniss and her other competitor from her district is Peeta. So they basically form a friendship. Kind of a little bit more than a friendship. They kind of put on a little show for everybody and act like they are in love. And they kind of make everybody believe it. I think that they kind of believe it too at some point. So they go into the games. It's a free-for-all. You kind of have to read the book to see how it goes. There's a lot of death. There's a lot of fighting, but it's fantastic. You have to read this book to see who survives. Will Katniss survive? Will Peeta survive? I don't know. I can't tell you. You have to read it. So like I said, this is probably one of my favorite books. I'm going to definitely read the next 2 very soon. So yeah, this book is available in the library. We have numerous copies. It's available at all the other libraries in Davidson County, and you can also get it on Overdrive and the Libby app. So definitely check it out whenever you get a chance. Thank you, and I will see you next week. Bye.